today's video we are going to talk about finding the area of regular shapes. Okay. So to begin with, you're going to find the area of a rectangle. Okay. People will then draw the rectangle first. People will then ask you, hello, may I know how to find what is the area of a rectangle? And many people will then come back and tell me this. This is the length, and this is the breadth. Many will come and tell me that it would then be length times breadth, and that is the area of this rectangle. Is it correct? This is basically finding using a formula. What's a formula to calculate the area of this rectangle? But actually the question is, what is an area? An area actually is the space that is within this rectangle. It's a space, how much space there is. So to calculate it, it is length and breadth. But how do we derive this formula? Okay, let's try. I'll show you how this formula is being derived. Okay, to find this space within this rectangle. Okay, first of all, erase what I have written. Okay, as I say, it is actually the space that is inside this rectangle here, right? Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, so it is as good as saying that if I say this is a 1 centimeter square, okay, that means this square has sides of 1 centimeter each. Okay, that means to say how many of these can I then put into this rectangle here. Basically, that is to find the area of this rectangle. How many of these? So you may then have to find, okay, but then you have to start putting them in. Okay, one of the best way is to, let's say I have a dimension. Okay, let's say I have a dimension. Let's say this is 9 centimeter and this is 6 centimeter. Okay, so now let's start to put this square into here. If that's the case, how many can I put over here on the first row? Alright, basically I can put a total of I can put 8 of this square. Yeah, it's not drawn that nicely, but you get the picture. You get the picture, right? I can put 9 of this inside here. Agree? Okay, get rid of it again. Okay, so I can put 9. Now, how many layers can I put? Okay, this is 6 centimeter. That means to say I can put a total of, oops, getting out of space. Okay, I need to redraw something first. Okay. Right, I can put 6 layers altogether, right, of this 1 centimeter square. This will then be how it actually will look like. Am I right? So area is basically to find how many of these squares can I put it inside here again. How many are there? Okay, if you're going to count them, you will realize it's actually 54 squares. Correct? Okay, how do I simplify the steps not counting them? As I say, math is all about simplified questions. So actually you realize that this first row here, there are 9 of them, because 9 centimeter. And how many rows are there altogether? 6 rows, right? Because it's 6 centimeter. So in actual fact, what I'm doing is this. Oh, sorry. Correct? 9 times 6 is 54 squares. Agree? So with dimension, the dimension is given. So that means to say it would then be 9 centimeter multiplied by 6 centimeter, which is equal to 54 square centimeter. So basically, area is calculated based on in this method here. Okay. Now, people will then scratch their heads a bit if, for example, I'm going to complicate this rectangle. Okay, what am I trying to do? Okay, watch here. Okay, let me erase the whole thing first. Okay, I'm going to use the same rectangle but a slightly different scenario. Same rectangle, hopefully it's same enough. Okay, it's 9 centimeter here and 6 centimeter here. So now my question is going to change a little bit. I'm going to ask you how many of these 2 centimeter square, meaning this square have sides of 2 cm by 2 cm. How many of these 2 centimeter squares can I put inside over here? Now, what can I do? Many students will do this. 9 centimeter multiply by 6 centimeter equals to 54 square centimeter, right? And this little square here is actually 4 square centimeter because 2 cm by 2 cm. So what a lot of students will do would then be is 54 square centimeter divided by 4 square centimeter. Okay, and your answer would be 13.5 squares. Oh, how are you going to put a half a square, right? Okay, so people say that, oh, okay, if that's the case, you ignore the half, so the answer is 13. But is it really true? Okay, so look at it this way. Okay, watch here. This square here, I'm going to literally put it inside here. Okay, how many can I put on the first layer here? Okay, watch. Actually, I cannot put the whole thing. Right? I can only put 4. Right? Because it's 2 centimeters of sides. This is 2 cm, 2 cm, 2 cm, 2 centimeter. Can I put anything here? What am I left with over here? 1 centimeter. Can I put this square inside here? No, I can't squeeze. Right? So I'm going to stack it up. How many layers can I put? Okay. Correct. I can put, because the size here is 2 cm, I can just nicely put 3 rows. So how many squares have I put inside here? Or a total of 4 multiplied by 3 rows. Answer would be 12. And that's the answer for this question. So be very careful when you are dealing with area. In this sort of question, you really have to physically put the square within the rectangle. So this is the method in terms of solving such a question. Okay, thank you. This is the end.